Peter Obi will not fix Nigeria in 4 years. Let us begin with honesty. Nigeria's wounds are too deep, too old, and too systemic to disappear within a single tenure. No sincere person should expect magic from one man. Peter Obi is not a magician. But perhaps for the first time in a very long while, Nigeria has before her a man who represents something far more important than magic, a reset. And that is exactly what this nation desperately needs. Since 1999, Nigeria has been trapped in a vicious cycle. The same political actors, the same recycled loyalties, the same culture of impunity, greed and power intoxication. Different faces, same mentality, same tragic outcome. With every administration, Nigerians are forced to lower the bar of their expectations even further. Many once believed, "Good luck Jonathan was Nigeria's worst mistake," until Buhari happened. Then Nigerians endured years of economic hardship, insecurity, division, and silence under Buhari and thought, surely nothing can be worse than this. Then came Tinubu, and if Nigerians think they have seen the peak of political manipulation, state capture, elite arrogance, and reckless consolidation of power, then they have not yet imagined what a second Tinubu term could look like. Because a man seeking re-election still fears the people, but a man in his final term, he fears nothing. That is when power becomes most dangerous. That is when loyalty replaces competence. That is when institutions become personal property. That is when the line between state and empire disappears. But Peter Obi represents a different possibility. Not perfection, not sainthood, but a different moral direction. To many ordinary Nigerians, Obi stands out because he appears to come into this race with what Nigerian politics has long lacked: clean hands. He is not seen throwing bullion vans around. He is not associated with political violence or voter intimidation. He is not surrounded by desperate godfathers waiting to cash out from public funds. He does not speak the language of tribal supremacy or entitlement. And perhaps most importantly, he is one of the very few Nigerian politicians who has held power, left office, and still walks freely among ordinary people without convoys of fear. Nigeria's crisis is not merely economic, it is moral, it is institutional, it is spiritual. Roads can be built, budgets can be signed, projects can be commissioned, but when the soul of leadership is corrupt, the nation slowly decays from the top down. That is why the real battle for Nigeria is not just about policies. It is about character. It is about values. It is about whether the person at the top sees public office as service or conquest. This is why an Obi presidency means more than a political victory. It would symbolize a national reset, a chance to step back from the edge, a chance to restore dignity to governance, a chance to make competence, prudence, and accountability fashionable again, an opportunity for Nigerians to breathe again, to hope again, to believe again, and perhaps for the first time in decades, to tell the world that Nigeria can still produce leaders who are not driven by greed, vengeance, or primitive accumulation of power. An Obi presidency would not make Nigeria heaven overnight, but it may finally begin the difficult journey back from the abyss. And sometimes, that first step away from destruction is the most important step a nation can take. Peter Obi for better Nigeria.